Today na the 8th day of November 2022. The countdown is on. I sleep a week no more. It go be my birthday. But no worry. Friday, we did with a Zoom party. Today, one can talk about waiting the United Kingdom. The embassy na salon tell we. It tell we say, inside 2020, then we do a survey. And then we find out say, 20,000 football field. If you put them together, 20,000 football field, if you put them together, who side tick them be team up? We don't chop all. Deforestation size of 20,000 football field. Inside 2020, no more. Now we do not salon. Deforestation. You think about it. Well, let's ask them the football field size wouldn't they talk. Now Arsenal, Leone, Manchester, on a Wembley. This one. On a National Stadium. Which one did they talk? When they say 20,000 football field. In 2020, the survey revealed say the tick them all don't count down. He said they say, this Ibado na government. Hold on. All till we point per government. How much people in the diaspora will get power son as alone? Triple stop no. Lord begin with we say first bar. Because we will get connection at them village then. Now we then they come meeting. I'll tell you again. You don't get. You fumble and don't come meet you. Say, you go find no level self get power so. Not so. For do it. Is it for personal or not for business? Who's one you get? Before they come to government, because I say quick who point somebody, the government, no, allow begin with two first. Because family, quick. They don't got to say, if we get power so no more, who say if we go they make them small. We buy the power so give them a story na it end up per back. Also, most stuff we now get power so. Who say if he say then they go cut with that power study? When a government force you 1 point finger pa? Who say if he say then they go cut with her? Or if he say this is how you own power study court? You know mix for that 20,000 football field. You know mix. Well, my dear, shockingly, it mix. Because then get satellite images them. Where at the start of the year, then go see how it turn like. Then at the end of the year, then go check that same area they back. Then go see all outside the tick they don't count down. Now I make na me own small quick. As I notice they want go and cut. I say no. Anyone we know ambog we. Let we know ambog am. Yes. Any tick we know ambog we. Let we know ambog am. Unless if you ambog we. But as long as you know ambog we, what see we want for do. Would they left am? I like it big. I like it long. I like it team up. With the lever. Even though what we self they do with a plant. Yes, with a plant. But I make I tell you, say, you power so what you get. Now for commercial, the people that say for make board, or you say because board price now don't go up. It don't go up. Or now because of what thing you they do, you tire for buy board, so you feel say, okay, no waiting. Well, I get we meet say, but we don't cut so you they plant. Even if they're for commercial, you they plant. Now for just way inside the bush and begin cut. When you cut done, you they replant. Eh? Because that's another thing we need to ask ourselves. Definitely, yes, areas then they where you go can down. But where can down, what see they do? Bokupa we were there right now. Bokupa we were there. We get building projects them. Eh? You likely the entire compound it pave. Not so. You know they even left half side. Make you plant something there. Eh? You know they left half side safe inside you compound say, but you know what? Make a plant here. Make a plant yonder. Make a well maybe the time when you start you not be know. Now you don't know. If the flowers, you know no say they eh? Because mostly they go they call them developing areas. Now forest to developing areas will go brush bye. What is satellite? The images then they pick. Then me no say tick there, tick not there again. Eh? Then me no say tick there, tick not there again. According to now, so then they watch. Now make what then tell we say 20,000. Not feel to say now the team of people they no more. Not so they no more. Now also they below soul. Who say tick been there, we tick not there again. Yes. You go say, oh, it's necessary, we get for make, yeah, but how are we doing it? Are we replanting? You take upon yourself? Or you like inside your compound? First, no, tick, I beg what on a problem. When I can plant still make no more, it die. Eh? So what thing they do? Then pave the one null compound. No side, no the left. Me, I get backyard. I get plants there right now as we speak. I get front. I get plants there. Yes, you know, say, oh, you want park motoka, you know, they pave. You the pave inside the eh? Landscaping, you for able know how you do landscaping, how you they cater for small flower pots, how you they cater, you know. But we don't want to do it anymore. We don't want to do, huh? But now we go quick for point say, hey, that 20,000 football village in a government. But you forget to say, you self where they build right now, who say you go build so. Now tick them be there, but you not come to your own. Now government your own. Yeah, I don't say government's not guilty. Eh. And then the papa picking kanda. But let we address we say first. They will come to government. Because then get part for play. Eh? What's happened to greenery? Because I see this, I was like, you know what? Let I address diaspora first. Yes. Let I address diaspora first. Let us talk through to we say first. How do we encourage people? Eh? Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they don't understand. You self don't follow with them. Then go tell you, say, bruh. That's they didn't work now. That is normal for our people. They tell you. I remember there was a village meeting. Who say who they do you know, farming. So the farm manager they explained to them say, una need for tie una animal them, or una fen usai una de keep una animal them. Wetin do? Una animal them they come well inside we own garden. And it is undone. You don't go left your animal. They can graze inside we they plant. Then at the end of the day, now a big. So I make them call them for make let them understand say, even we self, we get for get animal. But who they tell and say, we animal not get for go well, nobody plant. Because what you do, we know they left we freely for go graze. You know what they say? Una not go able. No kidding. They're all inside the barrier, them bust laugh. Yeah, because everything is then they record. They always see the manager say, we animal and not go for go well, nobody in farm. Because what you do, who say we animal and they, if then they go graze, we they get special side for them for graze. If they not for come out, we they come with grass for them, we they come them feed for later. Now they begin boss laugh. Say, but una not go able. So if you be say we not get the determination, what to go say? We just follow this. I will not get for able. The people that don't talk at it, I know they do antigade, they say we not get for able. Who say that? But this is the mindset of our people. So guess what? Let them just give it small time. In a year's time, then gonna say, no, they were didn't talk and waiting. Then do it. Yes. But I believe say, down the road, then go able for land. So then say, then you tongue. Then get law, certain they come, they not for tie the animal them. Now then they say they need to tie the animal them. They need to tie them. Okay. So with the thing that we me plant we cost money, what to do? We begin fence them. Yes, we begin fence. Hold on, fence done. Guess what? The other village, the chief of the day. Until somebody pastor we will see. Himself now, he don't order in your chiefdom. And in tongue, in your section. Say he need one can stick for everybody because he want go fence in farm. Not to copy the lobby, give copy with so. And upon good. We not started to. We not started. But they don't begin copy say, oh, by and look fine no where they fence and so look how they make her. It all that there. Say one can stick from everybody. In better they give command. I wish that somebody be give command say I want one can stick. Okay. When the people in talk so now say, well, let the tongue help we with the can stick. Them gonna can stick with the use for do the fencing. When I help with the can stick there, then we go pay for do the fencing. Then say no. But they don't tongue, then get law say, then certain time can come, they no need for tie the animal. The other time, then catch one person in cow, they come inside. Somebody be they come inside the family, just meet up her. They come towards the corn them for can damage them. But then say na so then time. So what do I have to do? It's going to cost me more, but I get for secure me own area. But down the road, they get for see and say, no, this kind of thing, let me emulate them. What make they talk all this? Now we where they build right now, where they cut, but we know they replant. We know they replant. Why? So the big wheel, do ya? Because this particular thing here go make a loss money where we get. We go say triple labor to wait. I go explain to you and I make you kaya. The mission where we go na COP 27. Corporate of parties na COP 27. We go with an agenda. Salon, without we, who get agenda? The agenda where we go with na for go sell with carbon reserve. Yes, we get. We get carbon reserve, you know. We get over $400 million carbon reserve. Now we go for go sell. Now COP 27, where they happen right now inside Egypt. But all length here, like this 20,000 football field don't count down. It go reduce by that 400 million what the boast say we get in reserve inside carbon because of we know they do the bad thing them. Me I know say free tongue. Free tongue get reserve. I go really like for see who say now the highest reserve because the Gola Forestation we get I think they say about $4 million. And now we reserve now that Gola Forest side. What they do pristine thing them when not they sabotage anything with with carbon footprint. But free tongue. Hey, from up gone. To also we go see. Because King Tom, all side them bomb in the force. Them down the way smoke no the commander constantly. Any time down there we smoke no the come outside the bomb in the constantly though. I don't think so. Because all them smoke them. The one at Ferry Junction, that one in the papa. In the papa. The other time are passing under man. I almost now because you don't say construction be they go on there, so parking space not be there. I was almost tempted for come live for Kandong, Fensai Park safe, come live in that area day. Let people listen. You can barely see. Now so tick smoke they come on. You can barely see. And you expect say it's smelly, right? Yes. The smell where they come on and enough funny for us. At first, then we put something like fencing in a day again safe. Not day. Because the side as the entrance where they come, now so they see even the tricycle where they trade the dirty, they don't make their own papi show outside. They don't make it outside. And it's been a while where administrator after administration, the previous one, this one, the local government, city council, say then they pull and they all in here, but 30 day. 30 day. So if we want to talk about carbon emission inside Freetown, I beg. In two don't they say explode triple, they go to the provinces. Yes, they say then they burn dirty, but you can barely count the motorcar they did in a bike them. But inside Freetown, the truck them first. Now attack truck they pull smoke, look then they don't come under. The unhealthy things them way we they do. Waiting a smoke. Waiting a smoke. No, man. No. We can do better. We really can do better. Seriously. We can do. Let we not just run with waiting. No. I make we talk today. Let we get that kind of conversation then they with we people them. Me? The other time, people them from the Western Area Rural District Council in Canahos, I complained about that. Because I don't like that. I don't like her. Me know they burn dirty. But tell them how they burn dirty. In the evening, at night, you can't even sit on a veranda. You can't. What's in do? Because then dirty smell all they come. Like say you burn dirty. Eh? Why? When me not get nothing for do with you dirty. Okay. Let's join Radio Democracy 98.1. Let me you learn small here about we mission to COP 27. Yes, we need for. Okay. You see, we don't see. Tripoli, why then they ship the boat them out? Why mean they not go make factory then a salon? That's a good one, Dave. Hopefully down the road, we save after maybe not the money would they look at, but I get a different perspective now. Seriously, I get a different one. We will land because if we carbon, even though we get for sell Baffle about thank you for the stars. Because look like say some man have forgotten to give stars. Ezekiel, thank you for the stars. I go back and just check the one that we don't give us be the talk. Dave Katie, well appreciated for the stars. Bella Koroma, thank you. Abdul Kabar, thank you for the stars. Let us not forget to, yeah? Keep the stars coming. Let listen. Let listen. Inside everything will make sense soon.
The United Nations Climate Change Conference, where people can call Conference of Parties, COP, they go on now in Egypt. And this, then call them COP27, as this now the 27th United Nations Climate Change Conference edition. We say country them, they go make commitments for protect the environment and saloon. Now, one part the country them, where they take part now at this meeting, I talked to the Minister of the Environment before he left for this conference for no waiting a saloon agenda inside this conference.
We get a nationally determined contribution.
Okay, let we listen here. The Minister of the Environment they talk. Waiting can we go na COP27 na Egypt.
Now you document and the way they tell the world what you do, what you plan for do, and also your successes. So we get for submit that document to the UNFCCC. Look at them, it'll be very holistic because in that document we add a lot of new things. For example, loss and damage.
Okay, inside the document we'll get for go submit. Loss and damage.
We also add green economy.
Green economy. The thing that we put there, okay?
Blue economy.
Blue economy.
A few host of other things and we add them. So
other thing then they don't put inside there.
This they again for HEPRI. Now Glasgow follow able to interact with a lot of entrepreneurs, investors then, and that being for open the window for carbon trade.
Professor Fode Moriba Jawad, Minister of the Environment, they talk about Salon Climate Project in COP27, when a carbon credit from the forest, where Salon they look out for investors them at this conference for can buy the carbon credit. But how this the work?
We in a Salon, we know they release so much of greenhouse gases or carbon into the environment.
We in a Salon, we know they release thing the way they harm the environment. Yes, we in a Salon. We sabi country than the world. We get big factory machines them way, my dear, the air pollution is not funny surface. But again, not so yeah, then tell we about this 20,000 football field don't put down. Because if we dey make mouth, say we greenery, eh? E did it. Le ka ou get ou forest. Eh? Huh? But now they give up so small. Oh. Professor, continue, sir.
Now, the one that way they release more carbon, they get for pay penalty.
So the country them, according to COP, yeah, them they come, then country them, where they scatter carbon like, they never begin pay. I think they don't begin pay safe. Yeah? But we, not get the light first. I never attack him to carry no more. Now we get for, you know, eh? Now only salon. Eh, this can't give a leg. When motoka they pull smoke, they say, ah, diesel. Salon diesel motoka na no more. He get license for pollute. But no make like say, na me no more sabi dandy. Eh? No, you know be the area. Eh? When motoka they pull a bad smoke. But you see, ah, nani na diesel. A diesel motoka, you know say diesel then I then can pull smoke. We'll give them pass inside salon. Continue.
And come 2030, everybody for proof say you are net zero carbon.
Hey! 2030. You get for proof say you are net zero pan carbon business. Huh? Ah well. Okay. Continue, sir.
That means say what you dey produce for able balance out. We salon will not dey produce much.
Okay. So then say net what you dey produce and what you reserve, then for meet up. And that net zero then they talk. Yeah? You reserve what you get where you preserve. Eh? And waiting you they pollute. Then for meet up. But we for right now, they good though. In case you don't know. We they good. We can padandi. If not like go watch Explore Triple, go to the provinces. Because sometimes Freetown go and confuse you. Go to the provinces. Because Freetown are just small part of the country. So we get her. Which is true. But no, deforestation, then go come make we they lose. Eh? Okay. Now continue for listening.
But we'll get the carbon stock. So what they do with the entrepreneurs or business people or
we get with carbon stock. We preserve areas then. Now that area then we stock. Eh? You don't understand?
Countries then where they pollute more, then they can for buy with carbon stock. Where they buy them, we get for show say we they able get things that what they do so that will help for reduce the carbon. For example,
listen, I know say a bit confusing about this carbon stock. The country they produce more, then get for come, then can buy and at you see how this and that. Just follow no more, yeah. With the things the way we get for do. Yeah? Now wait in, sir.
Would they plant trees then?
Plant trees. Just on, I be try for money showing. Oh, the bill right now. We want to pave the entire compound back and front. You know, I know get dirty inside. But you know, say able get side for plant flower, landscaping. Eh? There is a way where you go get to side, you go waka. You no go mask get dirty, but let we do proper landscaping. The landscaping, I think, that's alone. We're missing it too. The greenery. And the talk of the one that they build now. If we be done build, well, no, be done build today. Even the sound a compound be there. Eh? The sound them be where compound be there, not to building they don't put there. Eh? If na one room, they knock and they say, they are beg, put one room now, they enter. Eh? For fan compound, chef right on African, that one they at. also get compound. I ain't talk to one know they build newly. You know we don't build tradi. Where if you say right now, but then say rent, they pay 1 bedroom, then they ask for waiting 10 million, 15 million, 20 million per 1 bedroom, yes? So that small space where they see, what did they do? Say, but they allow put 1 room here and there. We go rent them. So we look inside some compound now. First, no, compound not the so for Park Montuka, il est top of Park Montuka parce qu'il defend room for Lidom. Now only and people who they build now newly, now them okay because you know what's not, So we need for wake up, we need for wake up. No, not just a point finger no more. We need for wake up. Landscaping, Sierra Leone. New builders. Where una? Na get proper design, a big. Save small area. Yeah? If na that short coconut ticket, I see now they can book myself, I don't plan to. You get time way I just don't save na salon because I need more. I say let they look and say they no see. I think which month this na November. I think from August it they begin kind of salon. August, September. That short coconut. They begin kind of salon. Beaucoup. Lord the plant, yeah? Lord the plant, dear. Lord continue.
With the plant mangroves.
Mangroves,
Will they provide alternative livelihoods for people?
Okay, for black and white. Okay. Let we go.
In doing that, we'll be able to get money for employ people then so that we will be able to use that money to buy a lot of other projects.
So in doing that, we go get some money. And who gets money? Developments they come. Of course, when government got money, developments they come.
According to Professor Jawad, Salon get over $400 million carbon credit reserve where investors them go can buy. But to say this carbon stock day, Professor Jawad.
We'll get over $300-400 million US dollars.
We get over $300-400 million US dollars. Listen and pay attention, yeah?
Carbon stock in this country.
Carbon stock na Sierra Leone. Now Professor Jawad now they tell me. He say we get over $300-400 million worth of carbon stock inside Salon. Why are we destroying it? Why? If 20,000 sizes of football field we don't bring and can down. You don't think say this stock or they both stuff say we got over $300-400 million? Not tell you they reduce paso for Amos. Continue, sir.
We also get myroforestry, where then don't begin that. The Gola rainforest, they get about 2 million every year from the carbon stock.
Gola forest. We don't hear you. We one people in Kingo they go interview now. When I talk like so, I not get nothing. What to me talk? Professor Jawad say every year I can get $2 million. Yes, because it's our reserve. Our reserve. If we will not sabi make money. No, seriously though. You know, when Kenya they get national park, will they see them be? You know, don't say that they pay them for that. Even when you said they go there, they pay. Then they make money out of them. In both ways. You know, Like who don't know say, look, Gola rainforest, then what waiting in the carbon, stock alone, like $2 million. Look who get untouched areas them. Bruh. Now for declare over 10, 15, 20 different spots them. National Reserve. When nobody know they go courts. Yes. If you follow, yeah. I don't know if you can follow, like, when they can move, if a particular species want for end, how then the fit for preserve that particular species then at the world. Eh? We able get, if now 4-5, we get on touch areas then. 4-5 national parks them across the country. Yes, we get elephant has been spotted at the Gola forest tender. They don't even spot, was it cheetah or tiger the other time? We do have them. So if we able for make sure say they're safe, then populate, we able to take some day, go, we create other national forest who say nobody need a touch. Then also go preserve, we carbon stock them. But no, China want tick. So because China want tick, massive deforestation. Not to China no more. We self na how they build. We need the wood. We need timber. You know they build without timber. Yeah? You know they build without timber. We self want. But are we replanting though? It's there for a reason. Yes, we can bring and can down, but again we plant back. So that at the end of the day, in the 10, 20, 15, 20 years again, we not destroy the place for we future generation. You just land say, Nagola Forest, I see there's another one where they see National Park. If you watch now, we map. National Reserve. It is around the yes, the Guma Dam. But the Guma Dam, they don't enter there. I'm talking about how the Gola Forest Day. I'm planning on visiting it this year or January, God's willing. I need for go there and bring them come and explore it, Tripoli. Let's see how it is. Let's see. Yes, we get hippos them. We get hippos then there. Some people don't like for watch board them, then get bird watching there. Now we don't reserve that one day. But who saw that one will go make more for now? Okay, they'll continue.
Now they use for run their business and also for provide alternative livelihoods for the communities.
You don't hear it? Now in Gola Forest they use the $2 million. Now they use for run business. But we have potential for get more Golas. We get potential. We do. Because we get here, they want to not touch it. But as it is right now, it's hard for go now some areas them now the provinces without you here in power. So, yet, that is the truth. Okay.
Because carbon is stored in 3 main compartments.
We store carbon in 3 main compartments. 3 main compartments. How, sir?
We get the forest, terrestrial cover.
We get one, now the forest. That's how we store with carbon.
We get the mangroves.
We get the mangroves. The mangroves way that Aberdeen Creek area and that don't damage them. Then waiting. Okay.
And we also get carbon inside the soil.
The soil, the carbon within the soil. From LSA, c'est Tripoli, we don't use timber that much for build house them, that's alone. 99% of the house them na concrete. Not true, sir. But what do they use for make the scaffold, the 2x2, The boat them. That's all they use. Now they use oh. And let's talk about the timber, the bodos type. That's not what I'm talking about, sir. So the one them where would they go buy? Where you see? Would they buy body? Why would they buy the bodo the bill? Even the work table. I just do one small work. I don't tell them say that work table, lady, work table. Nana puela mo. Una reserve am. How we feel so they make coal? The charcoal. And the tickle they cut back for make charcoal. Put an inside hole. With iron stone. You know so they make charcoal yet. Even though I feel to say, even though yes, charcoal is still on demand. And if in price don't go up. Yes, charcoal don't go up now. Charcoal up as 100,000 for bag. Inside village, they sell 85,000. Where come on, 130, 140, 150,000. They say because of transport. Charcoal. Okay. We'll continue.
The Gola rainforest was stretched between the east and the south of Saloon. Now the biggest forest reserve with over $2 million carbon where the company don't they trade in for the past year them. And even though the timber harvesting where governments don't lift ban on now, no they affect this forest directly, but management get concern for the surrounding forest them. Mohammed Fomba Sherif, now environment education officer for Gola Rainforest.
The lifting will encourage more deforestation.
Okay, Mr. Sherif, they tell you see that ban will government lifts. It go cause more people. For again, cut. Because what you do, government lift the ban by timber business. I'm Mr. Sharif, they try for tell we. Okay?
And that lead to reductions of the carbon stock.
So the carbon stock what we get, it lead to waiting reduction. So even this one, where Professor be the tell we just also get 300, 400 million. Nah, but if they go and cut so, where now the three main source, you don't hear in a of we carbon stock. Then with a cutter, you cannot eat your cake and have it too. If now the oil self you go left na but the cake they go. Not so. Okay.
The government they now lift this ban on timber export. It they contribute greatly. Negative effect of course on the total amount of the carbon stock because it deal with deforestation.
Yes. Once government lift the ban, we don't understand, no. Cut down boss day, then it go reduce this money they say we get. Go reduce them.
Now they talk about carbon credit. The more we have to maintain the trees, the more we get more carbon. So in some
the more when we maintain what we get, if you plant more stuff, we go get more. Are we?
By lifting the ban, it has negative effect on the carbon stock.
It don't repeat and two things. The banway government lift. The banway government lift, it gets negative effect of this money we talk about. We want the money to side. You know they work so. And the one side we for even focus we go better give we better life, give we generation yet unborn better places them where they go come for live. Now they left, we want the fast money.
In the carbon market.
But while lifting ban on timber harvesting at this very moment, Professor Forimoriba Jawad, Minister of the Environment again.
Let us listen now. You don't hear it just now, waiting Mr. Sherif say. Let us hear waiting the minister, but not government, waiting the minister in they can talk about this lifting of the ban. The lifting of the ban. Let me hear.
The lifting of the ban, bearing at before the transportation.
He said the lifting where government lift ban the ban. Now before transport the one who don't cut no more. But that statement the not true. Listen.
The press release states harvesting and transportation.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. The press release where government be put say harvesting are for cut. When you harvest on, you transport. In say government say transport. Then Musa say no. But the press release will come and say harvesting and transport. What in Professor Jawad, the minister, want for make me on that one day when Musa call him out on. What he say?
Harvesting and transportation.
Yeah, I don't deny that, but at the same time, I don't tell you say what if they go on at the past.
Ataya. Harvesting and transport. Cut and transport them. He say no. What Musa say? But the press release, he say he not deny that. But what he do? He begin point finger. What him be they go on trade? Not when they go on now. What him they go on now? We not be they go on trade. Let's be truthful to ourselves now. Money they inside this thing already. Why would they destroy them for other money? Whether one day they come back for bite tree. Professor. Okay.
Now, because the law they be very weak, the law no they bite well.
He said trade. The law them be very weak. The law no they bite well. Now make people them be the cut. Some people then they cut thick again. Yeah, Professor, continue.
Now the law they bite.
The law they bet now. Who that the law don't bet so? No, seriously though. Who that the law don't bet? Who you sabi? Who you yeri? Say go court to sign off for court. Okay.
We don't even go to the extent we don't establish an environmental court, because first time when you commit an environmental law act, you go to court in a day.
So now they don't establish environmental courts. Now that first we get for Kegwana, Black Johnson. How to so? Professor, continue, yeah. Don't mind me.
Now we don't expedite them. So may they assure you say, yes, the pronouncement came out, but we they continue for regulator, we they continue for monitoring.
So yes, the pronouncement came out. Will they continue for regulate them? Will they continue for monitor them? How? No, seriously, how?
That's why last year we employed an addition of 500 forest guards there.
Oh, and the forest guards them for monitor. Okay.
For Igbo Garden President.
The order for open timber harvesting come out from the Ministry of Internal Affairs and the Minister of the Environment, when they get challenged for defend the ban wey dem lift on timber harvesting by government, but as government minister, being stand by government inside explanation them as to why dem open timber. We make a try forget from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, we lift the ban on timber harvesting, but not been get person for talk to by the time I put this report together. Edward Momodu Sise, Program Manager, Conservative Society Salon, say dem work now for protect the salon environment for sustainability like the forest reserve. But he believes say salon get capacity challenge for monitor the salon forest for regulate timber harvesting.
We said they are protected area, but there are challenges.
We say we get protected area, but challenge dey. The minister just tell we say they don't hire 500 more guards them, forest guards them, for monitor the areas there. Okay. Uncle Momodu now they tell say challenges then they. Yes, sir, continue.
Timber is being cut
Then they cut timber
at an unreasonable rate.
at an unreasonable rate. The minister say, then they continue for monitor. He say, no, the happen like I be the happen today. But Uncle Onaya, they tell we say, then they cut timber at an unreasonable rate. We able to cut for we self, we do what to want do, but another export, that business will take and make. Now they ambog so. On a reasonable rate. Not me talk about.
That will reduce our carbon potential.
It go reduce with carbon potential. It go reduce the 300 to 400 million they talk about. It go reduce some. Because waiting do, will they cut out on a reasonable rate
In the country, and it will reduce the market that we can have for that kind of thing. Protection is key. The capacity is not there.
The capacity not there. Protection is key. The minister say one thing. Into the area now. He say no did. Okay.
Things that are needed to increase our potential to really protect are very limited.
The thing them where we need for increase with potential and for protect the areas they is say limited. It in short supply, the better.
This is where we need support, financial support, locally and internationally.
Now they will need support. Okay.
Make sure that places then the way timber go be harvested, reserves then who say timber not for be harvested, let that be really, really protected and enforced by government.
Reserve them outside enough for touch for timber. Government for protect them. We forget say we go say, okay, we can't live without saying no cut wood. But when you cut one, you plant two. Eh? Right.
You think that don't happen over there?
I can speak for the Gola where we get serious monitoring system in place for protect.
He say in go able talk no more for Gola or forest reserve day because we get serious monitoring for protecting that. He say but other side them what's happening this sir?
Areas, reserve areas, there are challenges.
Other side them, he say challenges then there.
According to the British High Commissioner Lisa Chisney, the 2020 survey shows say,
listen, the 2020 survey what he show, Musa.
People been brush salon forest were equal to 20,000 football field size.
Let me talk. Yes, then 2020 survey, 20,000 football field size. The forest with them brush. Right.
And now, with the opening of timber plus charcoal burning and brushing of the mangrove na the Aberdeen Creek and the Salon River estuary, make people only ask how Salon go able maintain a market the over $400 million carbon credit reserve where the Minister of the Environment say Salon get, where government want find customer for na COP27, where they attend now na Egypt. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa Kamara, the reports.
I want to say thanks to Musa Kamara. I believe you don't able to forget the understanding now, not so. You're able to know why we for keep we reserve, not so. Because we go get money for them back. We sell them right now, we destroy them, we get the money now. We not get nothing for we future generation. But for right now, if we preserve them, we go still get money. And we picking them when they come tomorrow, then go get long life. That's what people say. All right. Yes, Alpha, welcome on board. I get the platform.
Yeah, Tripoli, thanks for bringing me come on board. Sorry, I made to take shower and I make not able to pick the call. For me, it goes straight off with what the minister said and don't employ 500 lifeguard. Sorry and sad for last say this now the media, but the lifeguard here now then they compromise the land in the western area right now, taking from that region to go that grafting side. then they get serious confrontation with even community members them, because then they compromise. Now then they sit down, then go bargain, then go brush. They get people who then they bring can then brush the very big portion, then go to Ministry of Lands, then get them connection the way then they use. Now that make, if you watch now, even that western area, peninsula, if you go the right now while they talk to you, so Tripoli, you go your power, saw them inside them mountain and they, or them mountain and they, it's so sad, because the government who they expect for be very, very much robust in implementing and protecting we forest them. Now then same one they compromise with forest them. When you look at the timber, they don't buy them timber. They don't estate them back. How many thousands of containers of timber where they left with country? Waiting the profits the people away in and then communities, then they nothing. At the end of the day, even the road self for good at then communities, then they so dilapidated. So it's really, really coming back to the government in authority. Now then get the say if they want for control and minimize the way the deforestate we country, then they able for do them. But the layman, even if you get the idea, like even the community, AAA, there are a lot, even Mr. Balawe gets the zoo. I mean, don't say this the last time, now, they get lots of conversation with community members, even the forest guard, the way they go for go guard them place, then they yet still, then they get confrontation with them. So when the minister they say they don't put 500 people them, the first question we ask now, how first they recruit them 500 people in the now by party base again, you will get connection. You will now Brana we but then they will put the inside for this work. Then they left the people. You see, Sierra Leone is difficult for they would go before. The people are waiting now, and then communities, then where they know them different areas, then they left them out. Whereby right, what's them for do them for me? Don't go and employ by community base. Every community now they guard on their own place. But you go bring foreign person, the person from different area, that person they not get any connection at that community. They can do anything we do, any disaster where they happen, they affect them directly. So that's what Miffy said the government for don't do, but nothing like that. The 500 go check 90% na party members them now work for the boys stand and they defend. So at the end of the day, when except they misbehave, he asked for all them because now them bobo them. He asked for bring them come to book because now them bobo them. So for me, the government gets a lot of things for do. Of course, which make we get a lot of heat so now even at the city, because when you look at that western area, peninsula area there, where Campton and that regents go behind my 13 place and then place then the regents me they get rain. Why it's about rain? We know but that 7 days rain. Then in the day. When you say December, like they cold like waiting and call. You they see fog seriously in the community, but all them thing and they don't lost. Even the swamp land, people they not sell all. Outside the people and they pull documents. Now the governments they give them back. Yeah. So at the end of the day, who do you they blame? You want for blame the people? No way. Directly, you're not able for blame the people, because if the government stand for implement the laws to the latter, trust me, now, when you set the example, you don't done. I may say this and I will say I'm back. I could remember the last boundary where they said this now, nobody know the cross them. When there is sardine come, and they tell you, you didn't agent. Yeah, go Mansari Drive. La begin call the address, the street, the Mansari Drive, where you go there after the Guma Dam. That guy they wasted them to the minister, and that side the night can pull the line force, the demarcation where they put enough for cross. Now because big host day. What you expect? Everybody begin build around and now everybody. So at the end of the day, the Guma Dam self not even safe now Regents Day. So it's really, really sad, because the government people them back now, then they set the precedent for people for make them able for go and deforestate the land. Because if them were then in authority, then they do so, which you expect the community people them for do. Go now the same regent where they talk so. The former minister of youth, what then call a bill. In fact, it's enough now in compound. You throw away stone, they go inside right inside the dump. Now Regents Day. Who that go able for do that need? Except somebody will get political connection. The Alpha Khan, what make it effect today, so they support this ruling government. In also a bill, then we don't mark an X now behind that Guma Dump Day, now Regents Day. But because of the, you see, when people don't know, now then see I make work is this na that. All them see and I make because their place then they don't max it and broke them. But politics now go continue for good we don't the drain as a galleon. When we talk about development, we'll talk about sustainability. When see politics kinds, I don't kill all team. You don't kill all team, Tripoli. All them presidents are what they said so. Trust me, if we not get people away, get the country at heart. Now just now continue no more now they can't continue for Bill Panam. Continue now they continue for Bill Panam. Let's say, for example, if this government's not come out, they not ban timber. Imagine the next 5 years and they cut timber in another country. If I not, also will left again. You see, so the precedents where then they said sometimes we need for ask ourselves, is it good for ourselves? Is it good for the future generation? But we know they ask ourselves then question and they all we need once if food suit we comfort, we pocket them, get good money, we build big house, buy big motor car them, support with family, then let them come on at the country. While only people then died in at their own business. That's all we see our politicians them. The poor people will continue for suffer. The last caller they talk say when you put fan on and hits the commot. It is but very true. Very, very true. Not to even both no more even Regent community where you do that, where you put fan on triple A now hits the car meet you. Not to cold air the meet you at all. The humidity is so high. It really sad. I think that's my own contribution. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Yes, Usman, welcome on board, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform, and thanks to all our listeners and viewers, and thanks for talking through regarding this threat to nature. In other words, now nature, if how them term this issue, then they see how the nature they fight for in life, so now like a life support. But we not in at the extreme, but we the trade for the extreme in terms of carbon footprint. But we not this carbon footprint, and also we don't talk about now that air would they pull from them, gas them, would they go up and the air would they damage the air. The air in lining where they say ozone and the damage. And they change the temperature. And when they change this temperature, the air from one they not recharge, it affect areas the outside ice the way they melt, that water they calm down. Outside flood the day, there's outside day, because of that heat, the water they dry so that rain not day. So now too extreme they do. Side there really cause drought, inside and there because of that water they day. If not in that route day, really circle of the rain come and other things then so it cause flooding. Like the monsoons that will affect India and some areas. So now so the thing the balance, but then see well how we tackle this from front because it don't be for years. Wouldn't know they do this. But the problem with this issue of the carbon sale, the carbon price, the carbon this, in two double things. Did they get the Western world when they see then they do them by emission of bad gas then born would they see the minister therefore bring and then they see the first world they want to develop the country then they did another area of the deforestation. So that deforestation, I more than the damages. So you see, like kind of a balanced area of towards this carbon footprint reduction. And when they try for tackle, and I left to waiting we get for do and how we get for meet with them. They get the effect where I don't say it can come up from the other thing and the other countries, other reasons, but vehicle types, air pollution, the aviation, the own type of fuel within they use, the energy sector, the gas they wouldn't use for level produce light energy. So when they more they use them, and they get big industries and back who can pollute the air and the water. So the one they back who can produce hot fire things like copper, like China. So now China and India, and the braden, then you can get a bit of USA, but then they mitigate them to try to cut down. But looking at it now between them what they cause them in one end, and then we self way the day away will not try for they will go mitigate or not go able for get maintain things or go able for buffer. If anything they can't save with the buffer, to see and I bet a small go hide the just like when they say Brazil. Then you own forest on the Amazon, namely they take as the lungs of the world because the forest will be big. So we don't come on now, they look at now waiting now this carbon price, where then they talk about say how would they go now this COP27, where then don't they plan for long now Egypt. But again, before I go for the reason why you see them choose Egypt, because Egypt then gets a good portfolio and standard of the carbon price. We don't let do one contribution in terms of energy here one time when energy supply. They be able to initiate the energy supply through solar. Then they sell about how many megawatts of solar energy na Turkey. Who have been recently then signed that project. So because of their own record and portfolio, it don't good. They say, well, Una can act, Una go do this. Because they found the main aim of this now for adaptation more and how they will for do the mitigation, but the adaptation and the one and how they will able to pull this fund from the one they would need for getter. So we now then at the point where the carbon sale, it means that I even explain say that thing there will be reserved. If we're able to reserve them, when I think them, if we will not cut them, will they prevent the carbon, they in the air. So in other words, if you not cut the tick, it will prevent the air because it prevent the CO2 not there because the air, the tick they preserve the oxygen. So but again, when you cut them, that will get price again. So the sales of and demand in three stage. They sell the amount of timber there. But what they can do, then they give a certificate saying that this amount you get for sale to these tons because they measure and say 1 carbon credit equal to 1 ton. So because of the 1 carbon credit equals to 1 ton, and they admit say this stick here is capable for letting go able for all this particular we call this stick. So already that area they don't get a less percentage of carbon CO2, something like that mass in the world. So that point then they say, well, you reserve them or fair way for reserve them. So you will get the price for them. Fair way for reserve and prevent the air within at the soil. Fair way for reserve, the one way at the mangrove and forest or other waste them. So you see, say if you reserve them, you get sales because all the things are get price. The mangrove get sales because they can use them for the toothbrush or fluoride. That thing they want a fluoride thing or toothpaste and other thing. That the monofine discipline the brush then teeth with her. God being the last sense day. Now God want to say and pull the sense, but it is real sense because now even they pull into face and half of products there. But point here is that they say how you reserve there now in the art you credit. It look confused. Even when we say I'm like one I wanted me, but when you look deeper, that's I mean you reserve them, that are you price. But when you cut them, the price of what you don't cut, now that what they because when you cut one thing equal to maybe let's say 3 tons. So then they try for analyzing that then where una get for do waiting projects them when base emission reduction. The emission of the carbon dioxide and reduction there. So una now they try for keep the forest. Una they try for avoid the storage of gas like Mabila area, that place when they pull the dump site in a freedom. That place in dump site they can get gas who can come on the back. Listen and methane. That not the one we in the talk or the one who in at the ground. You see, so that one day back in either get for find way for converter. Now not produce out to energy like they see people in the car now on a freedom, but I don't know how big is it. They may be not big enough, not expand, but I see a private board and if they work with the free transit council or they can't try to generate them dot it in there. Like the other one back where the mayor him don't do in terms of the sewage where they recycle and kingdom. So those are the projects that will therefore expand. So when I expand and I so then they see when they bring projects they want to bring. So then therefore embark on projects them. Where if they feel say the forestry don't they go. So now una they embark on other things and where una they see say now green gas or renewable portfolio method. The renewable gas, now that's something now they try for beginners. Well, now we use solar, now we use hydro. So we find way for reduce the energy. Then we find waiting now that blue economy when they talk about. The blue economy that now the one way it be saying like what's in the mail you do so it don't reach the offset. They plant them, we don't plant so they are the offsets because they can't begin to mature soon. So that state they back and can sell them. For they can't buy them like when they sell a bond number a bond like you see. So you get the excess. So if you don't get saying at this una say 100, but una don't able to keep more than 100 of them reserve then the excess una they sell. So that point of excess sales like you know between country them. But the one with the science side, it did. But that one it's difficult for them with the science side. Now that CO2, now if you able converter, when I store and they sell them to the one who they kill the animal there. The one who they produce their soft drinks for fun and for drinks. That one they can sell. Even UK they sell them here because they be short term, then they get price. So that one they can get attacked. So it's all about how you walk around that science, how you walk around nature, how you walk around the people and for understand, and how you go put things and let them go able to understand what thing they need for do for themselves. Because when you look at the Bona forest, now in 2010, now here I say the former the ex-O IBK, I think that he pronounced that in the parliament they secure him. I don't know too much follow about that one, but I believe say there was a recent documentary where Professor Injai been do the if you look see shows here this place is discipline. So I believe so for another man they boast the but the discipline still encounter into form going to the southeast India. Now that part didn't develop. So I don't know which strategy they apply from 2010 where in reserve. But that one is not the only side now we look at. But when you look at the other side now, the north, it's very difficult. Coming out to the point, this is a big topic, but I don't want to keep a time. Coming out to the area where they talk about the one where that loss and damage. When that loss and damage is actually a big gamble because right now in the cause the delayance of even this meeting. Then if we don't decide the route now and do other things since 2026, but the 2027 in the traffic can put down this thing what they call the nickname or Kifiba name on a AAA program, but this are AAA program now Africa Adaptation Acceleration would then put. So that one is the one for can use for let we go get na Africa money for damage and losses. In the African Development Bank, not before. Then we don't want to recent law we talk about, but now they become now part of the body for can put this acceleration now, mass the brake, mass the engines for let it go more, push then they will do things. But then they try for say the one the way now the so-called people the way involved with and accuse say now the one the way they do all these emissions, see like China, India, because then they ask they for donate towards them damages they how they don't do. So that they lost and they try for talk because I think between yesterday today and try for discussing well we're ready for do all the other things but the one way that credit and loss, I mean that loss day it got difficult because we self then they tell we say let we no do mitigation, let we left for self let we water down the production of copper, let we water down like how China, America, they do so now plants try for get hydro energy, try for change quite a lot of things good renewables there for let them put them in place. They say well what they do they at the same time but they can't pull money back for go pay losses. So the best thing not put them to one way. Either the adaptation will get towards adaptation one fund. But if you want for cut down for them to pay losses, it will be difficult. So that area they know the bargain, they know the problem. So I don't know what I want this then go able for get them. Well not to salon they go play, but also they go play with card. If that one day the one day we concern then we able to make pull them down. But if they never pull them down still, I only look there are still windows where then we able for play, whatever come, then they shave them because I told the African Development Bank because they don't put the program how the money they get for go. Then they get special bodies who represent Tuna. So now one of them are the agents them who go able for disburse this money. But then they go through the African Africa Adaptation Acceleration Program. So I only hope see them go able to look into the adaptation here. Where they were able for get fund, but when you know adaptation, brother, here for talk show, they get for they know how they do their things. Yeah, because they complain back again for the same damage and loss. They did not pull money, so I don't know. So it ring me mind why then people like be rush. I don't know. I cannot tell. I don't want to tell a lie, but what you feel? Then God, the guys that would have been talk, would have been put in a 500 bingo cause la. You go look like some people that be fast track. See na money go don come, look just fast track there we use and because I suspect and say then we don't give money to military, then let them go to the country, then go help. That's the first time when we don't do them program in between the COP. So I don't know if that money they use because then they blame other countries and what they use because Brazil and do like the army man then they say now waste of money because in the end they say that they help for go damage and colonize people and for sell. So I don't know if another one because even we say what they see they may want to he talk about it. When you go see some of them, then got there, they do this. But the point here is, I don't know if that money then be used on them, but then they complain back. Now the cop areas, them some bodies who involved, they say, well, they don't use money, when I book money for military. So it just remind me, and they not call Salome, just remind me, say, well, not to that one didn't happen. But now we shift from that point, they let we try look, say, when they do them things, they let them try, they look, we on normal resource. Things and we then did it. Because like the things that when we're able for turn around, we're able for make them in our country in terms of greenery, so that we're able to get our blueprint, a carbon blueprint, we'll get our offset, and we're able for develop, because we get small things, and if they don't get actually a project and like so we see the president go open, but we don't know how effective that one they how then they able for involve, because there's trees now stages, then they go. If in other business you try, because then the adaptation, when you know say you are prone, find something where you go introduce the where it will be eco-friendly, where people will benefit from it. We say na solar energy, like how they do so, if they don't they go far with them, because solar energy, they don't they begin out, they continue when they continue with them for expand. They see the tree planting, they don't they bring them, but on side, you know, they work. They see other areas, not the industry. So the renewables, now even therefore they try put on up, wherein like the hydro, they try done them. Then try get money for the hydro through this. They can get them, but it's a trick how they get them. Just like how the carbon credit money, I can always give example to that more area, that more waterfall within Liberia, because then get money from there. But it all comes down to waiting when I will try get, and what you will try bring, where this will go towards development for other things there now. Any chance we can play on a part, but then I believe recently they've been done their own document. I don't know actually waiting in the whole. Maybe they're not being get expert them, they're not being get people to help them. But then you credit thing document recently, and if 90 man they can go so, then I believe they're not being get too much seats, because why I've been reading the other man, the National Disaster Agency, they talk say they're not being given much seat. And if I go very late, if I most of the delegates then go very late, but at least they are going. Now the good thing that one day they're not being given too much room. But I don't know, waiting, they plan for go get there in terms of the showcase. Because the women in back then get them when they involve them. So the woman in back, when the woman, they say, they wonder if the male they play a part, where they will get way for let them involve them, how they do their small business towards the carbon, for let them get renewables, or let them reduce the production of carbon. But it all come down to let them try increase the portfolio, because the portfolio, now we don't begin the point. Portfolio now waiting, like when they say certificate will then give, because na certification and they give so then get for give a certification by the organized, then give na the limit one for sell, then give na the limit of produce, and then I record the now they keep. And that one they record they affect man, but putting them the guy talk so their money they wouldn't say they give how they protect the energy, because this is all part of UN when a sustainable development goal. The other goals that they UNICEF they do them for education, same way they can, but this na special one where they don't tap and then they see when this law put on to cop, the all man come, logo see. But the problem is there between the industries, the big one them, who know one cancer, but the cancer fast, then the one that will allow, will encourage them back, because of we depend, say, na GDP will defend for what we produce timber. We're not the most fastest now, because it comes to the marine back, it's another issue. You see that the water back, instead of getting your damages, they say they write a document back in terms of spillage, that the water, all anything they are not be there in place. But put things them there. Then I try to talk about policies. Then therefore try outside policy you know work. When I try to pull out, change them once and for all. But if I put on no more because the one thing can like it's oh long go put the guards them quick, long go get this demand, long put them, they put them. But sometimes the function they not go they wouldn't go do the movement on a Russia. When I try for the foresee things there, write them down. For long way for go, because this is important. Not that they affect that too much direct, but indirectly. You see, even though we get emissions of gas and other things, and connecting and they cause problem, mercury, and that place they would not bomb it can be an outcome. Even the one they would pull gold, now mercury can use. All these things are things who then therefore they involve all stakeholders. You have to end the no more. We didn't say they can get you call them people like when I give you an idea, no, we will try put things before. So they write this document so it will be quicker. We try to make transport we go easier and quicker. So people then will come one place together and all can't begin to stock one side. So the man self go on a farm for go sit down buy because some man then they go upline and they go buy farm. Some man go there for months, they guide the whole farm. I remember people in the ground and they, if not orange, it's done, they tell the harvest almost done, it just they bring them. So you see they disperse people like go can't tell man they change the mind that the farm is the left. So people they do that business and then they buy now farm then cassava farm, they monitor them, they come back, they go. But some man now say he go begin to go faster because trendy, other things and they but let them try introduce adaptation measures them and see how we're able to forget with credit, how they go able for reserve them. Let God help the nations and let God help the leaders them how they go able for reduce the CO2 because the nitrous thing the more than like the main thing because the nitrous thing are like because a part of laughing gas you get that meeting where they come out like from that bomb you get nitrous where they come out from there one they would work in our water even the water utility then get they come no more than the way they can really know but the byproduct of what they do nitrous oxide because instead of the O2 and N then the two they can middle see it like anything we can the whole land. So in formula is different. So the inside the two for work and the oxygen, they come when they count the nitrogen and that means the nitrogen only good for plant, but when you see mix with the water and mix with other things, then at the air. Then can use actually medically for laughing gas, but we not go wait for that laughing gas for dinner at the air and damage people in life and methane. But it's a deep thing. We all in a simple logic. We not just care for the people and try know what you know they go take when I can't give them because now go can give more in translate. Now the translating, now I don't know like the translation of funds, how they can translate and the problem or not because of their ego or they don't know. So I think say it combine people they don't know. Some of them, not that they don't know for no sake, but they don't know who they go get the idea for you know do this, and because of greediness and because of security, and because of political reason. So that factor I always see them can't bind together. They're not there in a chain work. I mean, because all them tell they go before. You see, the one who not go know too much, the one who not go on for us, the one back one forget, and the one who be say no they ask. Now so development they can. The people then will just hear you know, but then will just go make meeting, all man scatter, all man go, and then the same thing continue. But I hope see this time is a turning point. We'll go before. Thank you, sir. God help the nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Yeah.
Yes, Omar. What thing you get for we, sir?
You know, Triple, what you have been talk say, are they in agreement with you?
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
would they use timber? Yes, I'm not being a deny what you say. Are they in agreement? What you have been talk say? With the 99% of the houses in the salon are concrete. That tells you say, even if not for we own consumption, it very little. What they use for we think that then China they go. Now China, we take the entire country, we left and give China. And it's by Chroma and start this thing. Now the reason we make with Ernest by Chroma being a campaign 2018 for Samura. He get Chinese man the all night he surrounded. Chinese man they help him for campaign. What's that you don't ever see that in the other world? Where it take them, induct them into we system. Now they all start when this guy come, he just move the motor car into a different gear. Because now then they make money. Look at this guy they lie. Even this carbon copy or carbon whatever they talk about. Who side and do the visibility studies? Who side pull the numbers in there? 400 million. Who that do the studies for them? Not lie they lie. Not lie they lie. All that this thing, matter being government, they do more timber. Wait now, the government self they do them. Now they demand they make money for hire. He don't hire he even hire babysitter the way they work out in Pekin in Dublin. All them he puts them at the same cover. So who say if he say they pay all them people here? He hoping more embassy. And each ambassador will they put a deputy, put staff. Who say if he say they put all this money for pay them people here? We need to produce anything. We not get no factory, nothing, no sign, no they will they get money. Who say the guy they go and create side them. He not care if he endangers Sierra Leoneans their life. He not care. He not want know. This guy they behave like say not to Sierra Leonean. And people and they listen, then they look at this man and then they come up, they spend all kind of way for defend this guy. These guys they behave like say he not to Sierra Leonean or he don't give up say after I don't kill una done, I'm not going for Sudan, maybe I'll go Sudan na Gambia, we say the web come out, or I'll go back to England. Because the things and way they do, they're absolutely inhumane. He know. He knows say that they cut timber in other places. Go na Kabala, go na Konole, go see the wickedness where they go on there. I know people on the court that they want. He know exactly. Even the minor, besides the resident minister, where we go and catch Ghana man them, where they can dig gold and diamond now we area them. Now I make it pull and come out. They say look like say you the check who sign up for check. Now I make it pull and come out na that side. If it's all the way I can make a deputy minister of agriculture or deputy minister of transportation, whatever Southside put up. He know. Then people there they know. Listen, this man they talk say we need to pollute the air. I'm not going say any country there in West Africa where they pollute the air reach Sierra Leone. Triple A, the time when maybe they grow up now Sierra Leone. We talk about climate change, tsunami, all that. You they go to Sierra Leone. The kind one where Salon one right now ain't not been there so 30 years, 40 years ago. This not a funny business. I don't say this all the time. The kind one where Salon one something not right, they be now. Because the trees are all they don't cut. The heat of the Salon. Hey, December heat day. First and December, January in Almata, the place code. Now, you go Salon right now, so when a winter, when another rainy season, the place warm. How that may happen? You go to Australia, every motor car, every truck in a salon, you get bad engine. If they pass, me I get mask what they put on my face. Whether then they laugh. Any motor car will pass you, whether not taxi or put water key truck or the upline truck. The one smoke where they kaka, the smoke where they come out, it's not easy. Look at the air. If you know, look when you in a salon, go they look up at the cloud. It feel like say rain one come. Salon a time bomb. But people like me say when they talk, that a time bomb. And the sad part of it, them politicians now they do all them things, when they create anything. Then they say if any catastrophic thing happen at salon, then go save. Then God go just pick them power and pull them and go put them on side. Then they say them go save. But salon a time bomb. The heat within a salon, not to ordinary heat, because it not been there so 40 years ago or 30 something years ago when we did it. It not been there so. Any time of the year now we go to salon, the heat now they kill you. If you turn air condition, come on, I do. You just sweat like them to what's up by you. Look at it, you see pollution all over Freetown. All over Freetown. Then this guy turn up now they lie. I don't know say I go pull the numbers then they. But in inbox now they pull the money for period. So you got for make up stories. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Omar. It's I forget the caller back on WhatsApp. Sorry about that, caller. Who would they talk to, please?
This na Bafula Bar from Germany.
I salute you, sir. You get the platform.
Okay. I want to say first of all, thank you very much to you and the panelists, and also to listeners them around the world. And this is not the first time for participate on this program here for Call Online. So I want to talk about the impact of this cutting down the timbers and our forests them or our local areas. Them. Last year, December, I've been traveling to go home, Salon, this small Freetown and Bowtown. But Bowtown was where me born and grew up. One area doing they call Car Wash, Nakulanda Town, we go by CKC. That place, the other way sabi the old man will say na a swampy area because the town been the small one till we don't big small. Now the people them they get water for what's motor car when they come, you know. But I've been go 2019, but last year, oh my God, you need to see one water they run at that place. Which they do, but it don't dry. Yeah, me and me good family go work back one side we it between Kulanda town and Usai Ahmadiyya Muslim Secondary School day. So the swampy area we start from commercial Kante Nauyom place here and Akawash they go to BN between Kulanda town and Ahmadiyya. That place they all dry. I didn't take some pictures and said I really surprised when I see that place stand so. Yeah, you see one water said and me no say it's all been do small one then ten then the however the place warm or hot or dry tay you dey must see water fish ponds then in dey but all that loss away. I believe say na because of the how dem call am bala call am the cutting down of trees. Yeah. Then I listen again just now wey one of the minister I believe say na one professor just imagine wey the journalist dey corner am. Im say na for transport the one wey dem bin don cut down. But the statement from I don't know who side we say na harvesting and transport. Yeah, you see. So the journalist catch am always dey try for manipulate things. You see. Anyway, me I just want say no more education self now. If you're not backing up with common sense, na nothing, yeah. That common sense, na the basis. Yeah.
But one thing I find out, before you go, I find out
Mm-hmm.
say the humidity even above and Kenema is very high now.
Yeah, you see?
The humidity
You
very
see?
very high. Like it's if you get an AC car, it's fine. But when you step out of the car, you dey really feel the humidity na boy, and even the effectiveness of your AC. Now that thing I find out where I go the last time I go
Uh-huh.
boy in Kenema. Like the humidity is so
Yeah.
high. I don't know if they're not able for it's at the main town, not to say na inside the villages them, but the humidity is very high though.
Well, I know cut you although I understand what they try for talk. I said me one side they also we use fan. The breeze where they come, they feel like say now we open oven so. Okay, then for backing up again, we go work a down side back. One side when they call Jai Town, then a BM plan that town. That water side they na in swampy area and that water na by CKC party they come up. Okay, CKC now. We don't reach now Y junction because once I watch that you program explore with Triple A
Explorers.
because most of the time I can watch them. Most of the time that day self I watch that way do na boo. I no able sleep quick. I just dey imagine no more. And the following day back I go na working place. Now that time I call me Famula tell her because I can recommend people to that channel dey back. Yeah. That side you need to see what they cross safe. Jai town back we saw been dey go book then weekend them. Go book uniform Sunday we dey go book for people then thing then we go I go Sunday. Me Famula I go Sunday. Hey, if you see the place dry. Anyway, I'll stop here.
All right,
I
thank you
tell you
very
thank you.
much. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. Yeah. But seriously though, I don't know if when last you go boy in Kenema, yes, people that they say free tongue, free tongue in at the papa, but waiting me experience the humidity where they talk about, my brother. Huh, I don't know, but even at night, the humidity be pass mark. Yes, we go to the village areas, them they were much more better. But inside Bo City, inside the Kenema City, brother, humidity pass mark. Bad one. Yes, Ezekiel, what you
Definitely.
get for we?
Yes, sir. Triple A. With brother Omar, we talk a lot of great things, and we, you know, how many times we been on the showy forest people and this not security way, then go around and stop things, you know. Even by the comment I mean they talk say if not the boat number will be they use in those days for build houses, will for be okay. because them both then they only look at Yemeni Tikrem and other street things. But when it come to this timber way then they can go, I was surprised because who saw born then that Tikre been there, but who for the Chinese then? Them don't barb the whole place. Then thing that they nobody no be they look at them in those days. Now Yemeni Tikre no more than they look for bill. Even up to this time, where they want bill, where they want boot there. Now that day, then they look for a village and some nice stick there. But the one way that why they ship out, you know, who they call a bende paloko. They don't clear all that thing that they na the village wago. Well, and now you don't can couple with this charcoal business, you know. Again, this there's one time we'll be they talk about where people and say, oh, we country they do okay. I ask people and let them show we most African cities, the capital particularly. Let them show we whose capital city where they burn charcoal pass away. You know, charcoal all over the place, all over. You know, it's like that was the switch of development from firewood to this charcoal. It was that the switch for the development in Sierra Leone. Excuse me. Everywhere, you know. And the other thing, like what you say, the laziness is so too much, you know. Like even the time I've been there in our village, would they go plant Yemeni tick? Now they need to do as then they good at cutting it, but nobody not get minds and take one, go plant her. They all sit down, and so the place they dry everywhere. You know, and now some places that they would have been declared for farmland in those days. Now grass now don't grow there. So when dry season can no more, the heat fire it burn everywhere, everywhere. You know, so even the farmland, the way they've been they wait, let the bush fallow for a long time before they clear them for plant upland rice. That land they all not dig again. Because then they don't cut everything. So when the fire they come, it just they burn the place, and the more fire they burn the place year in year out. Now grass now they grow the sticks and then they grow again to perfection. You know, so this whole thing a lot of combinations that now we need for do. You know. Not to just the government, because we know they don't feel with the way the minister they talk is so shameful. When last it come out, even the idea, you know, if he's so good at environmental protection and global warming, if he's so good for that, they make them put him in that place. When last he come out and advocate for even Freetown, the kai smoke way, the bellow out everywhere. When? You know? Now, past the mayor once on a while, way they tell we about trees and way then they go and plant plants. You know, then they don't politicize and way they know say money deal for help we. If they join hand for do that thing, but every time they just want to politicize everything. It's so funny. We at the sea, you know, so some government people then they go on television and say, oh, look at Freetown, what did the mayor don't do? And this is a government person, you know, if they go on and they talk about Freetown dirty. What did the mayor don't do? My friend, you don't forget saying that you government too. You know, so they all over the place. You know. So I don't know. Some things that they seriously me. I know say obviously it affects we country, but the people are already suffering. Some things that they are one let the international community the whole agree until something is done. Especially like this, if the whole and say, you know, una need for do about this thing by export. Because if not would build no more, we will be the do in those days and rely on triple A is totally different. Totally different. Now, how many people accept that they afford for buy board for build? Now, village now still stick, now then they can go cut for build. You know? So, our own contribution and I wish the international community go hold some of their money here until they begin to show some things there. Seriously. If we then not begin for hold some money from we so that we take action on we own and see how would they change things. Now the same thing no more with the whole and just that minister they will not the area self where they talk about environmental issues. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Check by say humidity na both very high, but the air a clean past the one of Freetown. Me I want for agree. Yes, but the humidity no more pass mark day. But the air, compare with that one way Freetown they give you. Hey, God have mercy. Bendu Kamara say, he say living in Bo right now, he say na like oven. He say because na net, no cold breeze no dey. The cool breeze not in the environment will not dey protect them. And Moy Musa say, even the village is Tripoli, not an exception anymore. Kabbalah we use for be cold weather. Now, if fearful, I go December with sweaters. But I not ever use them passway I buy other clothes them. This really sorry. Alright. Salman say, I go Freetown last year. I not able to sleep. The place hot. I dey take shower 24/7 with dust. Yeah? That is so true. And AC in a luxury. They cost you a lot of money. Yes, with Edsa. Hey, that need to pay for her. With the lighter. Now you motoka, you get them, well like that. If you not get them, well, welcome to Salon. Yeah, the humidity. You can feel climate change in Sierra Leone. You can feel them. And also we all can say, oh, even airport as you condom that humidity for so they slap you. If they give one and you left to one and you right, it wake you up, say, chin, chin, chin. You don't reach you. Just in case you be feel say it's still there outside. When she condom the way they begin sweat. If they cut sweat, till you return back. And so, okay, good, sweat, good. Well, cancel alone. We'll get them for you. In abundance. Also. But on a more serious note, if you dey cut 3, make sure say where you cut 1, plant 2. Yeah? Let we play with your own part. Not say because the government need do nothing, yourself no one do nothing. No. Let we play with parts them. But Musa say, him be feel say na in KC no be the work. Him be they even put the glass down. But then they can worse than Freetown. Check by say they smell the heat. Even inside February is sometimes the rain. When we with the team, yeah, who they Freetown, they say, how then they provoke the car? They say the car AC na mortuary is standard. This a mortuary standard. They are triple. They put a no small reducer. Rich bo. That humidity way pack na bo. It molest the AC first na the car. Even some places the way they go. I'm sorry, I know say I'm not supposed to do it, but I'll be careful left the car running. Let the AC they run so that inside, because that quick way you lock where you go where you come. Before you be able to get coolness back inside the car. Hey. You lock on 1 hour, 2 hours until we go to shooting. We lock on 1 hour, 2 hours. By the time they come back, the car ain't heat so they wait for we. Enough on itself. Not that I know the Freetown, it's there. But I'm telling you, you lock motor car, even a Freetown, when you lock the car before you be able to get that AC back for circulate fine. I know say yes, we get the tip, say put all the glass down, drive for a little while, left and make it air out, then you ace and back up and all that. All we they do. But humidity there, and you go say, okay, well, we drive for long because we don't air out. If now open drive, you drive for long, yes, it's faster. But you just they join, you can't join inside traffic back. And if you say go, you go cold quick. But they do your own part now. This is not out of malice. Eh? I believe so you know that. Also? Okay. We'll go there back tomorrow. Today on done. Till we meet again tomorrow, Triple A say, ta.